Hi, this is a quick walkthrough video in case you need help setting up the rig. Also showing you everything is working before I give it to you tomorrow. So this is the 2060 Super and this is the 2070. And as you can see, this is mining 44 megahertz per second and using only 200 watt. So it's very efficient. And let me show you how to start the rig. Let me turn that off. So basically, if you have a frame like this, you can put the graphic card on top and then make sure put in the 6-pin PCIe cable and the riser. Make sure connect the power cable to the riser as well. And then the power supply you can put over there. And make sure you turn on the switch on the power supply. There's a switch on the back for the power supply, and then there's a power button right over here. So to turn on the rig, you just press this power button and then it should turn on the rig. So once the rig turn on, you should see a screen like this. Just press F1 on the keyboard and then it will load into system. Same thing for Linux if you have Linux. If you're planning to install iOS on this. But I think Windows is easier for beginner, but it's really up to you. If you are using Windows, everything already preset, just make sure the 2060 Super in the first position and the 2070 is in the second position, because I applied the overclock setting based on that position. I can show you the overclock setting in case you actually want to use iOS. And so once it's loading, I'm going to show you the overclock setting for each card. Okay, so the overclock setting is over here. I use Afterburner to set up the overclock setting for this two card. So this two card is very efficient, and I actually overclock it to almost 1200 memory clock on both of them, and they can mine super fine. So for example, the 2060 Super, the memory clock can go up to 1150, and the core clock is minus 250, power limit is 71, and I turn the fan up to 100. And also the 2070 is 1200 on the memory clock, minus 190 on the core clock, 71 on the power limit. Yeah, so this is the overclock setting, so you may want to write it down in case you want to use HyperOS. But let's say you are using Windows, you can just use the T-Rex miner here. Then what you want to do is right click on the bat file. Let's say you want to mine Eve and your pool is a nano pool. You can just pick this one and then come in here, enter your wallet address, and then you can also put in the name of the rig over here. So everything before the period is the wallet address, and this is the name of the rig, and then you can put in your email. And then once everything is set up, then you just double click this and it will start mining. That's about it. If you are using Windows, that's all you need to do, because everything is preset. Just make sure you put the graphic card in the the first PCIe and the second PCIe. Or you can write down the overclock setting and do the overclock yourself. That's perfectly fine as well. Yeah, so it's gonna start mining, and that's about it. If you have questions, you can just let me know. You can message me, text me. Okay, good luck.